Okay. I started recording this a second ago, but then my laundry got finished in the washer, so I ran and put it in the dryer. Um, okay. I am recording this video as a because I would like to, you know, actively practice the things that I am instructed by the universe and also feel called to practice. Inspired to practice is a good word for it. But gratitude and presence. So, today is April 4th, 2026. I am 23 years old. I am partnered. And my partner and I are leaving between 2 and 3, roughly around 3 a.m. Monday morning. Today is Saturday. I don't remember actively if I said that already, but today is Saturday, on a trip to Florida. And we're going to be gone from here for 5 days. And that's just spectacular. I am financing largely the whole thing. As of right now, anyway. I'm the one who's paid for the Airbnb. He did say that he would be willing to send me a little bit to help with that. But because this was kind of like a last minute spur of the moment thing, just perfect. Because this was like a last minute spur of the moment thing for him, he is going to be not paying for most of it. I'm paying for most of it because I want to go with him, and also because, well, not because, this is just kind of how it worked out. It just worked out that we're using his car and he's doing most of the driving. He was like, well, since you're going to be paying for most of it, I can do most of the driving. But regardless, we'll probably end up splitting that a bit more evenly, but he will probably do a majority of it. Regardless, I've been actively practicing presence and intentionally doing what I can. No, intentionally making myself slow down, especially when I notice I'm kind of speeding. Like there is a kind of energy to it, like a, come on, pronto, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. And being with him has really been, inspiring awareness around that with me. He is very much a let's take our time kind of person. And that's what I want. I want to be, no, that is not the way that I would like to set that intention and expectation and understanding up outwardly or verbally or whatever in any way. But I care about my active, present moment experience in this world. And being with him has inspired me to become more aware of the fact that I struggle with that. He takes his time most often, and he takes his time with the things that he says. He takes his time with the things that he does. And there have been several times when I'm noticing, oh, the problem is not that he's going too slow. The problem is that I'm rushing. And it's been good reminders. And so we're going on a trip to Florida. And in honor of the not rushing spirit, I am embracing the fact that he would like to stop in Atlanta for a couple of hours to go to the Newport Aquarium. It is so I have wanted to go to an aquarium for a while now, and this is my opportunity to do so. I am an adult. I have saved up the money for this. I have also saved up the money to be able to finance my bills alongside doing this. And that's awesome. That's good. That's worthy. and worthwhile. It's wild how life changes. I knew I was going to be going on this trip. I knew it was going to happen. And I was happy about it. I was excited about it. I've known for months and months that it was going to happen. Long before I ever actually was, but knowing it was going to happen is what allowed me the ability to actually plan for it. And also the universe meeting me where I was and being like, hey, here's a gift. Giving me a raise out of nowhere, literally out of nowhere. With me having literally no idea that it was going to happen. I have exactly enough for what I need. And I always do. I always end up with exactly enough for what I need. And that's perfect. And I get to see people I love and people I've missed. Greatly missed. The people I love regardless. And something else that has been a little bit in my energy recently is thinking about someone that I used to be with. We were best friends before we started dating, and I still love him. I do. I'll be okay, though. It's been roughly 4 months shy of 2 years. A year and 8 months, that means. I do. I miss him, and no one else has been him. I'm polyamorous, by the way. My partner does not lack anything. My partner is so much themselves, and also, them being who they are means that they aren't this other person that I was with, because this other person that I was with was very different from them. And both of them are beautiful, and I am incredibly grateful and satisfied in the relationship that I have. And I miss this other person. And maybe it's just a version of him, an energy of him that I've built up in my mind, which is, valid. I shall work through that as time goes on, if that is the case. But I do. I seem to return to this state, I experience this strong sense of, wow, I miss him. And I process it, and I let it go, and I feel it. And I'm not attaching anything to it right now. I don't want to. It's not any one thing in particular. And I'll probably let it go at some point and move on again and feel set. I think the area that he existed in within my mind, within my mind, yes. And also the spot that he existed in my energy and in my life, that part of my life doesn't have something really that satisfies it. I don't know how to... Satisfy is not the right word. I'm not lacking anything. Does that make sense? It's more like the energy he took up in my life was so beautiful and mattered so much to me. And now it's just not there. And that's okay. It's honestly up to him if he ever decides he would like to again. And a lot of the stuff that I'm feeling is in regard to sex. And at the same time, it wasn't just sex. It was the energy that we created when we had sex. It was like, I don't know, it was just, I do miss him. I do. And things like this is what makes me think like, oh, I would actually be very happy and satisfied in a triad if it was with someone that I felt this much for, you know? Because when I think about being in a triad, I think about it in like an emotionally distant way. Like in my mind, for some reason, it doesn't automatically come up that I have an established relationship or an established connection with this third person, with this other person. I shouldn't say third, but this other person. That like our relationship is just as valuable and important and necessary as the rest of the relationships going on. In my mind, it is similarly to how I experienced it before when I was with this ex, you know, was I was with a one person mostly, and then pushing myself to try to be with the other person because the other person wanted, because the other person was together. There was a lot of internal pressure that I put on myself. It was not put on me by the other people. They would have been perfectly fine if that had never happened. But it was 100% placed upon me by me. Um, yeah, and I needed to experience it to understand a lot of things that I understand now. And I miss him. I miss having someone I adored in this way. I really do. Someone that I loved in this way. And I think about it and I'm like, yeah, actually, I could be very happy in a triad. You know? Because I think about it because I'm like, if it was with this person. And the thing is, I don't know how he's changed. I don't know how different he is now. I don't know. I don't know him now. I just know the energy I feel towards that thing from the past. And with that context and that understanding, I say that if I was in a triad with him and my present partner, I feel like I would be so happy. And I am so happy. That's the thing. I have beautiful things happening in my life, beautiful people in my life. What I'm feeling is like I miss having someone that is more divinely feminine than they are divinely masculine in my life in this way, that I can adore in the ways that I am adored by the partner that I am with. And because of the natural ways that our relationship exists, because they satisfy certain needs that I have, they can't satisfy these other things because these other things are exactly the flip of that. So like, I love being the primary receiver in this relationship. And I also love to give in this relationship. And that feels wonderful to do that. And it also feels wonderful when they are more like submissive and, you know, receive on the receiving end of things. And I really enjoy that too. I really enjoy that. And also, most of the time, the way that it exists, it satisfies big desires that I have. And also I have other desires that are different than that I wish to have met in a consistent way. But I believe that they should be met by another person. Because I don't think that that would necessarily work here. Because that would be me kind of forcing something that doesn't actively feel right on this relationship that I have. And that's totally okay. It's totally okay. But yeah, again, like, me and my partner are already like polyamorous, and we don't have like a specific label for it. It's just kind of like we see who we want when we want, and most of the time, like, we're pretty aligned in this way of like, we don't, neither of us seem to really have the desire to have more than at most like two romantic partners. And we both deeply value our friendships, and the ways in which we get to exist in our friendships. And that includes sex and intimacy and closeness and care and love and how, whatever ways that they look. You know what I mean? So, yeah. We align pretty well on that. You know? I feel like part of me feels like I would need to see him again to fully let this go. To see how different things are and realize that, like, it can't work. Or see him again and things begin. We jumped into partnership way too fast. It should not have been that. At least not that early. We should have given it more time. But we didn't. And that's okay. It happens like that sometimes. Yeah, so I've got a lot of like beautiful things happening in my life, and I'm so fucking grateful for them. I live on my own. I have plans to move to an entirely different state this year. And I know it's gonna happen. I know it's gonna fucking happen. And I have beautiful friendships that I would like to garden a little bit more because I've been so occupied is the right word for that, with my partner, who has been helping me a lot emotionally through dealing with certain school stresses and with the school stuff that I've been doing. And I've chosen important, valuable, worthwhile things that are important and valuable and worthwhile for my journey and my path, you know. Yeah, I'm in the middle of packing for the trip, and I've taken a break because it doesn't actually feel right for me to continue right now. I've gone through the clothes that are currently clean, and picked out the things that I want to take with me from the clothes that are currently clean. And I'm in the middle of doing laundry. So I've decided to wait until I finish my laundry because I want to do I think I want to do like one bulk task at a time. So like clothes first, then accessories, or then bathroom stuff, like hygiene stuff next, right? And that's how I feel. And it's awesome. Yeah. I'm excited. And it's happening. And the people around me, their lives are changing too in pretty drastic ways. Like, things are coming in. Things are shifting and changing, and we still live in this present reality. And this present reality is, let me not give it a generalization like that, because it is many things. And also, this present reality can be very heavy at times and have a lot of gunk with it. Things that we need to clear and cleanse out and be like, okay, I'm done. I'm good. I'm set. Okay, we got it. We're done. We're finished. Hands washed clean. We're good, right? But also, like, spirit is here, and we are here, and the world is here, and people are here, trans people are here, living queerly in beautiful ways, and I'm literally living my dreams. And I have bigger dreams. I have more dreams. More dreams that are on their fucking way. and more dreams that I don't even know what they are. I just feel that they're there. I know that I'm going to satisfy all of my dreams, and I also know that, like, I don't even know what the fuck they are. I'm a dreamer, and yet I don't know what my dreams are. Like, you meet me and you can feel the massive dreamer energy in me. It's more like I dream up whatever is presented to me. And whatever I dream up is presented to me. And it's awesome. Yeah. How spectacular is that, huh? It's fucking awesome, isn't it? I have such a great support system. And I'd like to utilize them a bit more. Just a bit more. Yeah. He said something to me the other day when he was over. We were talking about stuff, and we were talking about some things that he experiences, and he was like, you are unafraid to be yourself around anyone. Or, like, you appear that way, and, like, you are a lot. Not in a bad way, but you just have so much to give and be and exist as. And he was saying stuff about how he felt about stuff, but that's been in my mind since he said it. And I'm like, when he said it, I was like, that's not true. Like, I am a lot. I do have a lot to give, and I do make up so much space, and that's fucking awesome. And when he said it, it felt really good because it's something that I've felt for a long time. And I used to feel bad about it. I used to be like, no, I can't be too much. Can't be too much. But, and I still have my moments, of course. My days, my moments. But, and regardless, a lot of the time when I experience those things, I have a voice in my head and I am actively overcoming something while I'm doing it. And I've made a lot of progress, and so that isn't incessantly there, but in the moments when it is incessantly there. Or at least perpetually in those moments. It's like, it's there. And I make the active choice every time to not listen, to listen to something else, to overcome, to do the things that it tells me I shouldn't be doing. And I think maybe that gives the air of, like, I'm unafraid to be myself. And that's just, I'm just so happy to be myself. Like, I am just so happy to be me. I don't want to be anyone else. I just want to be me. And that's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, I'm getting a little bit lightheaded after saying that. That's usually, that happens. That and, oh. Whew. Yawning. That's what I was about to say. When I'm, like, tapping into something. Like, I start feeling a little bit, ooh, lightheaded. But so it's like the energy up here clears a little bit. And so it's a bit airier. And I start yawning when it happens. That must mean my channel's clearing. I am just so happy to be me. Yeah. I am. I'm delighted. It is a delight. It is a delight to be as much as I am. And it's a lot. And it's awesome. It's like the ocean. It's interesting that is the analogy that came up. typically I go more for like fire stuff, but right now the ocean feels more right. I'm excited to go back and talk to the ocean. I haven't spoken to the ocean in so long. Oh, what a joy. Yeah, what a joy, what a delight. I haven't spoken to the ocean in 10 months. Almost a year ago as of the 16th, I performed my poetry at a big event. And it was awesome. And I rushed through it. I was much quicker than I would have liked to have been. But it was my first time performing my poetry to an audience. And there were fire spinners and aerial artists in the back, and the lighting was awesome, and there was someone doing music in the background. His name was Israel, I believe. He was the one who asked me to do it at that event. And it was awesome. It was such a moment, such a time in my life. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to see people. I have no idea who I'm going to see again. I really don't have any idea who I'm going to see again. I know who I want to see again, but I have no attachment to it. I have no idea who I'm going to see again. That, I feel a thing happening as I say that. Wow, what a gift. And it's spectacular. I've changed. Finally. Good. Not finally. I don't want to say that. But good. It's good that I've changed. It's good. I changed. Good. Wow. I'm going back. More me than I've ever been. More present than I've ever been. Ooh, my shoulder. Fuck. Doing the things that align for me to do. What a fucking gift. What a fucking gift. Wow. I'm not small. I'm large. Aurora would be proud of me. Although that doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter what she thinks. It doesn't matter how she feels about any of this. This isn't about her at all. And I don't need to make anybody proud. I have nothing to prove and nothing to lose. And I got me here. I made these choices to be me the way that I am. I got me here. And I am going to get me to Florida. I was determined. I am determined. And it's all working out exactly when it's meant to. And he's perfect for me. He's perfect for me. And that's it. He is. And I'm so blessed. I feel as present as I did when I went to New Orleans. And that is a fucking blessing. That feels real. Like a massive thing for me. How awesome. How awesome. And dream. Okay, never mind. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And I'm going to do something different soon. Something different is coming. Something more. Something even more aligned. Just as aligned as before, and even more so. And I'm ready for whenever it comes. I'm ready. I would like to verbalize this. I am ready for whenever it comes. I'm ready for the energy of being ready. I'm ready to be ready. That's the energy. I am ready to be ready for when it comes, when it shows up in my life. At this moment, I'm ready for where I am, for what's here, for what's actively present and existing and showing up in my life. And with that, I am ready to be ready for what's coming. I am ready to be ready for whenever. I am ready to be ready for that to show up. And that is important, and it is valuable, and it's awesome, and it feels spectacular, and I'm so fucking excited. And I am joy. I am joy. I look outside and I see the damp trees and the greenery with it, and it's just, let me show you. Let me show you. This is my view. I don't know if you can hear the birds, but the birds are going. The greenery down there. It's spectacular. I'm ready. I'm ready for now. I'm ready for now. I'm ready for the space that I take up. I'm ready. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know how to, I think I'm just going to end it there. I think that's it. I'm ready. Fuck yeah. I'm excited to see where things go. I'm excited to be present as things move forward and as I move on and as I embrace. I'm ready for it. And I'm ready to be ready. I'm ready. Much gratitude. Many blessings. And namaste. Goodbye.